Dr. S. Shivkami, are you there? Yes, please. Dr. S. Shivkami, are you there? Madam, we are unable to hear you. Madam, are you there? गुंजन मैम है क्या उसमें? ज्वाइन कर रखा है मैम ने?
नो सर.
ओके. शुक्ला सर, मैं अभी सर डीन सर से बात करके फिर दोबारा से ज्वाइन करता हूँ. ठीक है सर? ओके. सलमान सर, आर यू देयर?
यस सर.
ऑन कीजिए अपना वीडियो सर.
यस.
गुंजन को भी बोलिए वीडियो ऑन करें.
गुंजन,
एंड जैसे मैडम आए इमीडिएट उनको वेलकम करके गुंजन, ठीक है? और पूछना चला स्टार्ट दिस सेशन. ओके गुंजन?
जी सर.
गुंजन, आपका तबीयत ठीक नहीं लग रहा है, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है. हैं?
नहीं सर,
आपको
इट्स
अच्छा लग रहा है?
परफेक्ट.
हाँ?
नहीं सर, ऐसी बात नहीं.
अच्छा ठीक है. ओके बाय. बाकी लोग अपना मीन्स इसका क्लिप्स और वीडियो में किसी को बोल दिया ना सलमान सर?
यस सर.
ओके फाइन. देखिए कहीं एडमिट उसी में रिक्वेस्ट नहीं पड़ा हो मैडम का. देखिए सर.
हाँ सर, मैं चेक कर लेता हूँ.
देखिए मैडम ने ज्वाइन किया है, सलमान सर।
Yes, sir.
Madam, have you joined the session? Dr. S. Shivkami.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm joined. Good morning, ma'am.
Hello.
Good morning, ma'am. Warm welcome to this knowledge sharing session, ma'am. Shall I start this session, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Shall I start this session?
Hello.
Shall I start this session, ma'am? Madam, we are unable to hear you.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible, ma'am. Shall I start this session, ma'am? Gunjan, please start the session.
Good morning to all of you present here. My name is Gunjan Chabla from MCA first year, and I will be your host till the end. It gives me immense pleasure to extend you a very warm welcome on the behalf of MCA and CSE department, who has clubbed all of us for the workshop on business model canvas. It's a holy tradition to worship our goddess Saraswati before any important event. So let's dedicate a prayer to Ma Saraswati. So, please. Just a second.
तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा
Voice is not coming,
या
Gunjan.
श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां प्रदां शारदाम्
Thank you so much. I welcome Honorable Professor Dhiraj Gupta, Sir, Director GNIOT, in absence. I also welcome Dr. Anuranjan Misra, Sir, Dean R&D, Professor Shilish Kumar Sharma, Sir, HOD MC, and Dr. Vijay Shukla, Sir, HOD CSE. I welcome all the faculty members of MCA and CSE department. I welcome Mr. Salman Siddiqui, Sir, coordinator of this event. I feel privileged to have such a distinguished speaker, Dr. S. Sivakami ma'am. Dr. S. Sivakami currently serves as Assistant Professor of Finance, Department of Management Studies, Amrita College of Engineering and Technology, Nagarkoil. Ma'am is having specialization in finance and accounting with 17 years of academic experience. Ma'am started academic career in the field of commerce from Nurul Islam University. Ma'am is holding position of Head of Department, Coordinator of IQAC, Consumer Club CIIYI, Yuva Chapter, President of Junior Chamber International, and so on. Ma'am presented research paper at several international conferences, workshops, and published paper in edited volumes and international referred journals. Ma'am serves as a women empowerment activist and do services for the welfare of women. Ma'am is acting as a trainer and giving motivational training to students and employees of different organizations. Now, I would like to request Dr. Vijay Shukla sir to address our speaker. Please, sir.
Shukla sir.
Thanks, ma'am. I, Dr. Vijay Shukla, express my heartful greeting to welcome our Director, Dr. Dhiraj Gupta, sir, Dean R&D, Dr. Anuranjan Misra, sir, HOD MCA, Dr. Shilesh Sharma, sir, host and moderator of this event, all head of department, faculty members, and all our beloved students. Today we are gathered here to participate in the workshop on topic Business Model Canvas. The speaker of the workshop is a very knowledgeable person, Dr. S. Shivakami, who is currently working at CET Nagarkoil. On behalf of all participants attending today's workshop and all family members of GNIT group of institution, I welcome you all in this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So let's have the privilege of listening to ma'am. It's my honor now to invite the Dr. S. Sivakami ma'am to address us. Please, ma'am.
Happy morning to all and all. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Professor Dhiraj Gupta, sir. Dr. Vijay Shukla, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. And Shilesh Sharma, sir, HOD MCA. Dean of R&D, Anuranjan Misra. And the moderator of this event, Muhammad Salman Siddiq. Faculty members of CSE and MCA departments, above all, the budding entrepreneurs, youngsters. I'm very happy and privileged to address before you and the wonderful topic given to me. So, before entering into this session, once again I appreciate all the students because this is Saturday and you all in the holiday mode, even though it is to come over here to listen about business model spirit and your vision towards entrepreneurship. Hopefully, I believe that in near future, India is going to be the developed nation in the world, beating America. Because of number of reasons I can quote. So the government of India is giving more involvement in bringing up more number of software, the startups. Because only with the help of startups only we can achieve our goal, vision, whatever it be. And for your information, I will tell you, India is the third largest ecosystem in the world. Which ecosystem? That is fastest growing startups. First position goes to US and China is in the second. Okay, we are at the third position, but we are growing fast compared to China and USA. So in near future, we will be the first one. And one more statistics I can give you. According to Global Entrepreneurship Monitors ranking, GEM ranking, India is among the top 5 where the situations to start business. That is, we can easily start business in India. Okay, so India is also in that ecosystem also. And in India, the business are growing fast. I told you, but the booming sectors are IT sector, telecom sector, healthcare, infrastructure, retail. Okay, these sectors are growing very fast, and you people are having more opportunity because you are in the IT sector. Okay. Uh, okay, students, please note. Um, your head of the department has given me a nice introduction, but I request you all to forget those things. Okay, I am here just as your guide. Please forget myself as professor. I am just a guide. Okay, imagine yourself. You are all gone for a tourist place. You may uh, you may appoint or you may take a privilege of appointing having one guide with you to know more about that place. No? Like that, you just imagine or imagine yourself you came to Kanyakumari as that is my place, and I am taking you to different places in Kanyakumari. And if that is the situation, how will you interact with me? You will interact with me freely, no? Yes. Such kind of discussion I expect from you. Can I? Can I?
Yes, ma'am, please continue.
Okay, okay. Okay, now I'm entered into my presentation. Okay. So if PPT is visible?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
visible.
Yes, ma'am, visible. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what's the purpose of this meeting? We are all creative. By nature, human is creative. We may come across number of ideas and number of opportunities. Okay. So if you give light to that opportunity, automatically we can become a successful person. So at the end of this session, what I am expect is you should place your photo here. See, I have given the photograph of Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and so and so are there. But at the end of this session, I want to create what to say? I want to create some mood among you to have your photo in this place as an entrepreneur. Okay. So the topic for today's discussion is BMC Business Model Canvas. It is given by Alexander Osterwalder, a Swiss entrepreneur. Okay. So let us congratulate him and start our session for giving such a wonderful model for doing business in a successful way. Okay, so before entering into that, let me ask one question. Can you list out the assets of a company, assets of a business? Yes, we can say machineries, the buildings, premises, etc., etc. We can quote number of assets. Okay, but the most important asset of the business is the human resource. Laborers, staff are the most important asset of the company. So even though we have plenty of capital, even though we have um, uh, modernized equipments or machineries, everything is with us. But if you don't have a proper person to run the business, to run a proper person to manage the affairs of the business, we won't get success continuously. Correct? So, you should also keep in your mind that who controls your company's destiny? So, destiny in the sense where you want to reach. You are about to start a business, and there should be a destiny in your mind, that is where you want to reach. So, if you want to reach a destiny, you have to identify the persons who are to be with you. Okay, and who is going to control the business? Is it yourself or your managers? Okay, so who controls your company's destiny? That is the important question of a businessman. Okay, then what determines the value of your company? Because the success of business lies 100% on the value proposition you give for the business. Okay, so first you should decide your value. Okay, quality may be your value, or whatever it be, giving respect to the employees, then treating them as your own brothers and sisters, like that. There may be number of value propositions are there. You can then customer relationship, contact with the customers. There are number of value propositions, so you have to determine what is going to be your value proposition. Then after that, what you have to do is you have to decide what is your company's precious commodity. See, we may manufacture more number of commodity. We may buy and sell more number of commodity, but we should be clear that there should be a precious commodity. Precious in the sense not in terms of monetary, but in terms of sales, etc., or can be sales or some other matter. Okay. So, what is going to be the precious commodity? That should be determined first. Then who is responsible for transforming your business, because you are all in the competitive world. In every day, your new idea is compensated by someone's idea. Okay, so it is responsible for you to determine who is going to transform your business, who is responsible to transform your business. So that person should be given more satisfaction, then your business will reach the destiny. Okay, so far I have discussed about the internal matters which can be controlled, adjusted, and that is flexible. It's in your hands while doing business. But now we are coming to the other side of the business. The other side, outside the business, customers are there. So the customers are about to decide how long we will be in the business. So we have to concentrate more on the customer point of view. Now, how today's customers are? Today's customers are picky. That is, very cautious in their choices. They won't buy a product as of it. Days are gone. By the influence of friends, parents, relatives, where it be, now we are not purchasing the products, but we are very cautious in our choice. Okay, they will browse and they will hear a lot about the product. We will go through the reviews. Then only, if you are satisfied, then only we will buy the product. So there are number of reasons behind purchase of a particular product. Okay. Now fickle. The customers are fickle. That is, they are quicker to leave if they are unhappy. If they are not happy with the product, immediately they will switch on to the some other product. Then vocal. Vocal means they will communicate to others. What they will communicate? They will communicate the positive slowly, but they will communicate the negative in loudspeaker. Through loudspeaker, they will communicate the negatives in the product. So nowadays, customers are picky, fickle, and vocal. So what we have to do? No other way. We have to give best quality of product or service, okay, for the least amount. So it is easy to give best quality of product, but it is not that easy to give the product with the least price. Okay, so they want to buy it at the least price, best quality, and that too in their own terms. That is very important. They want it in their own terms. So I'll pay only door delivery, or I'll pay through Google Pay, or I can deposit the amount in your account, or I want 2 months time period to settle your account. Like that, they are asking different terms. So we should satisfy our customers also. Okay, so customers one side and the organizers of the business one side. Okay, then there is another side, that is how we look about our business. Okay, so most probably all the businessmen may fail in these three areas. That is, they may keep uh, thought in their minds, which cannot be deleted. That thought is, we are known in the market. So after entering into the market at certain period of time, if there are good demand and they are doing well, they may tell in them that I am the best in the market. I am known to all in the market. That is highly wrong because of the competitions in the market. And we are the best. We have been successful in the past, and so we will be successful in the future. That won't work nowadays. Then we cannot think that our competitors can be kept away from us easily. No, they are coming close to us. Within a fraction of a second, they may overtake us. Okay? But business people fail to recognize these things. Okay, and there is a lot of shift. Previously, companies that made products and that is sold to the people, and the customers have no other option. They have to buy what is being sold in the market. But nowadays things have changed. We have to manufacture the products what customers are demanding. So based on the demand of the customers, we have to manufacture our product. So nowadays business has become customer centric. Okay. So design thinking is the need here. So you may ask the question that in order to motivate us to become entrepreneur, you came over here, but you are telling that these things are necessary, these things are necessary, we have to do like this, and you may feel that I am somewhat giving a fear in your mind. It's not like that. I'm just explaining the scenario. Okay, this scenario can be get through. We are having lot of avenue to get through the scenario. Okay, so don't worry. I'm here to tell you the ways and means through which we can enter into the business and we can break all the scenario and can place our photo in the place where I have left blank. Okay, so don't worry. Come to positive side of the discussion. Okay, so all this is possible. Winning customers, winning the human resource in our company, then winning the realities in the external world. Everything is possible with the solution that is design thinking. The only thing which is required is we have to think out of the box. Okay, so you have to make a user-centered approach to solve the problems. Okay, so every business exists to solve the problem. Okay, so that problem should be in such a manner that it should be user-centered. That's the solution. Then you can easily start the business. I'll give you examples. Can you guess what is this?
Students, please check about this image. What is this?
So this is a container, correct? Quantity is there, quality is there, price is there. This is a container. What is inside the container? Interestingly, you all like, what is this? Biryani. So Indians are eating biryani from long back. Okay, so we like it, correct? But the owner of this company wanted to give a new concept into the biryani. So he don't want to touch the aroma, taste, spice, everything within the biryani. Instead, what he has done is he had made a change in the container of the biryani. So tube biryani. So the container will be in tube shape. That's the only difference. Now this company is rocking in Tamil Nadu. They are selling more quantity of biryanis compared to the famous hotels in our part. Okay, so just thinking, design thinking, out of box thinking has created more profit to the. Now it is easy now. Okay, so where we can start. First, you identify a problem. Think differently. You will become with a solution. See, he is driving with phone in his hand. He is referring the Google Map. So for that, there is a device. Okay, so he may felt difficult in looking at the phone and finding the way. So there is a device. A device has been invented. It is very. It doesn't require more investment. Correct. So with limited investment, they have started a business. Now this product is moving fast. See, traditionally, people used to carry water from long way. Now they see they have changed the shape of the container. Correct. Now it is easy for them to lift water. Again, the problem with watermelon. If you pack this watermelon and if you want to export it some other country, this will occupy more space. Okay, so more space means they have to incur more cost. So what is the solution? They have made some changes in the outer layer of the watermelon and now they can pack more number of quantity. Correct? So the problem is solved. Just a design thinking out of the box will give you more things. Okay, so this one I have already told you. Now only I am entering into the business model canvas. See, this is the mantra and yantra for getting success. We used to chant number of mantras 108, 41 in our daily life. For what purpose? To energize us. Correct? To have positive thinking and to give energy for us, we may chant number of mantras. Okay? So the mantra of business is not a big mantra. It is just a 9 mantra. Only 9 slogans are there. Okay? So if you concentrate on these 9 areas or 9 mantras or yantras, definitely you will get success in your business. Okay? So nowadays, this business model canvas has been taught to entrepreneurs, youngsters like you. Okay? So in all colleges, most of the colleges conduct this business model canvas workshop to teach you the mantras that will help you to get success in your business. Let us see one by one. So these are the items. Customer relationship, customer segment, value proposition, distribution channel, revenue stream, cost structure, key resources, key partners, and key activities. I'll explain one by one. So first, customer segment. Okay. So you are about to start on business. I already told you your business should be customer centric. And India is the potential marketplace for all the companies around the world because youngsters are more in India. Young population is more in India. A knowledgeable population, intelligent population, technologically sound population is in India. Okay. So whatever be the products we can sell in our market, but we cannot go as of it into the market. Just like that, we cannot enter into the market. We can enter, but the success will be a long. We have to wait for a long period to get success. If you want to get success immediately, if you want to place your products in a remarkable position in the market, then it is obligatory for you to segment your customers. You have to divide the customers into different segments, and from that segments, you have to identify a specific segments. Okay, specific segment. If you approach that segment, you will be you'll be able to sell your products. Okay, so that kind of segments you have to choose first. Okay, so that can be segmentation may be done on the basis of age, youngsters, seniors, above 65, above 50, above 30. Like that, we can classify the customers depending upon our products. Then gender, female or male. In most of the causes now, female has become the deciding authority. Correct. So you can choose female as a targeted audience, targeted customer, and the age group. And nowadays, the females in the age group 10 to 20 are mostly are the most influencer of the family. Am I correct? Yes, you can target that segment of the population as your customer. Then demographics, area wise you can classify to segment your customer. Are you about to sell only in Noida, or you are about to go to other places? Okay. Are you ready to sell your product in Tamil Nadu and in my place? That you can decide. Then income level of the people. That is also very important. Our product should to which income group. Then spending habits of the people. Even though some people may earn lakhs and lakhs for a month, but they won't spend, they will save it. So we don't want such kind of people because we cannot sell our product to those people. Correct? So like that, you have to identify customers on certain basis based on the characteristics of your product. Correct? So you have to identify who is your customer, demographics. Okay? Then what they readily buy. People in that demographic area, what they will readily buy. Then, where they will buy. Whether they will buy through online or offline, or they will buy in big malls, or they will buy roadside. Okay, so that we have to work on it. That through which medium we can sell more products. And above all, values. There should be some values. The customers will buy a product if there is some value in it, and if it gives some emotional attachment to the product, then only they'll buy the product. And there should be some motivation to buy the product, either the taste of the product or appearance of the product or style of the product. Anyone should appeal them, then only they buy it. Correct? So that you should decide, because 80% of your profit comes from 20% of your customers. So if you have identified this is the research report, that is research statistics that tells that you can get 80% of the revenue from 20% of the customers. So if you rightly choose 20% of the customers, you can get 80% of the profit. So this very, very simple technique. What is this? Is it a car dispatching unit? A fuel station? You notice? It's a
Simran
fuel
sir,
station.
ma'am, please. Yes, continue, please.
Okay. So this is a fuel station. In the fuel, adjacent to the fuel station, there is a hotel. This is a hotel. Sorry for the disturbance. See, this is this place is adjacent to the national highway. Okay, so a fuel station has made tie-up with Adayar Ananda Bhavan. In Tamil Nadu, it is a famous hotel, Adayar Ananda Bhavan. See, it is in Chennai. Adayar is in Chennai. Very long back, 20 to 30 years back. If we say Adayar, what comes into our mind is a big banyan tree. Big banyan tree is the mark of Adayar. Okay, but nowadays that banyan tree is replaced by Adayar Ananda Bhavan. That hotel is famous that much. Okay, so this fuel station has made tie-up with Adayar Ananda Bhavan. Okay, now the passengers who are passing the roadside, if they want to get fuel for them, they'll go to Adayar Ananda Bhavan. Immediately after that, they may think that let us fill our car, let us give fuel to our car. Then they will go to the petrol bunk and fill their tank. Correct? So this kind of opportunity, this kind of innovative thinking is everywhere nowadays. This is the reason for more number of startups in India. Okay? So while choosing your customers, you have to define your typical customer. Don't be generic. Typically, you have to define your customer. You should be more specific. What's their age, name? Where do they live? How do they earn? Not at all earnings. How do they earn? Right? Then, which segment will give you potential of growth? Then, how steep the competition is? Then, at what time your customers are willing to shop? You have to identify at what time they will shop more. Whether it is in festival time or in holiday time. Okay, so that should be identified. Correct? So, customer segment is the first mantra. I told you that I'll explain 9 mantra. The first mantra is customer segment. So we have identified our customer. We have set a specific target for a target and correctly pointed out the customers. Now we are going for the value proposition. As I told already, we must have some value in our minds. That value must be specific value. What benefit you are going to offer to the customers. So you have identified 20% of the customer segment. What value you are about to give for the segments. Then how your product will fix in the minds of the customers. So what are the problems faced by the society? How can I fix the problem with my business? How can I solve the problem with my business? Then, what set apart from your competitors? What you are doing apart from your competitors? In every business, there will be competition. So, apart from your competitors, what you are about to do? These 3 things are highly essential. Okay. So, the value proposition may be your performance, the way you perform in the market, the way you customize the product, the way you design the product, the way you create status in the minds of the customers. Then cost reduction. Okay, so cost should be reasonable. Then risk reduction. There should not be any risk in consuming the product, in getting the product. Okay. Then accessibility. Easily, that product must be easily accessible. Correct? Then convenience, user friendly. Livelihood improvement. It should create revenue for you. Safety and security of the product. Improvement in efficiency, reliability. Okay, so all these things are important. Simplicity. These are the various value propositions you can keep in your minds. Correct? See, Domino's Pizza. What they have announced. If you didn't get the pizza within 30 minutes, you don't want to pay. such a statement they are giving while advertising the product. So our product will reach you within 30 minutes. If not, you don't want to pay. So they will stick on to the time. Definitely, they will make some arrangements to reach the order, the answer of the customers within 30 minutes. So like that, you can give some preposition in communicating your product. So most of the company may have value preposition in their minds, but they won't communicate to customers. That should be communicated. Then you educate your customers about the value of the product. Don't educate about the price of the product, because if something is going to give you more value, you won't think of the price of it. You may ready to offer whatever be the price, because you are getting more value compared to the price. Right? So apart from price, the value proposition is the determinant of the success. For example, we can quote these 3 examples for value proposition. See, this is on Vada better. Okay, so nowadays, because of tight schedule of homemakers, it is difficult for homemakers and others who are going for job. It is highly difficult to do some snacks at home. Correct? We won't get any time. So, utilizing this opportunity, this company ID has created a product Vada Bata. How it is advertised? How they are advertising? Easy, sweet, and delicious. Just 3 steps is there in preparing this vada. Okay, so it is easy to squeeze the batter and get a delicious vada. So they have made the process very simple. It is convenient to use, user friendly. So that is the value proposition they are having. Duracell battery, Duracell. See, from the name itself, I can identify. What is this? Durable cell. Duracell is durable cell. It will be in use for a long period of time. Their tagline is trust the power within. To trust the power within me. That is the tagline. That tagline is the value proposition that they are promoting. Then Lalita Jewelry. This is one of the famous jewelry in Tamil Nadu. Lalita Jewelry. Their tagline is, your jewelry is your signature. Your jewelry is your signature. And another tagline they are having, express the woman you are. Express the woman you are. See, what a fantastic communication they are giving to the society. Your jewelry is your signature. Then they are giving offer that is 100% no value addition in the jewelries. 100% no value addition. You don't want to give value addition to our jewelries. So, like that, you have to choose a value proposition in your mind. Then, you have to decide why your customer should come to you. You are offering a product, why customers have to come to you? What makes your product more attractive? You have to identify it. What do you want your customer to remember about your product? Once they have bought your product, it should be in their mind for a long period of time. Yeah. So what quality I can give in my product that make them to remember for a long period of time? Then what are the factors your customers will take into mind, take into consideration before purchasing your product? Okay, so what are the questions that have been asked about your product? So you should make answer for the questions within the product, within the advertisements you are promoting. Okay, so you should not let them to ask more questions. You have to give more answers in your way of communication to the public. Correct? Now, we are entering into the third mantra, that is channels. So we have identified our targeted customers. We have set up some value proposition in our minds. Now, we have to distribute the product to them through different sources. So you have to identify the different communication channels, different channels of reaching the product to the destiny. Okay, so for that, first you have to create awareness of the services or products which you are about to offer. You have to inform the market, inform the customers that this kind of product is available with this value proposition. Like that, you have to inform it. So this information can be given through trade shows, or it can be given through print or social media advertising, or you can make telecalling to a number of customers directly, or you can appoint consultants for telecalling. Okay, then once you get the order, you can make them available to the customers through postal delivery, door delivery, retail stores, by courier, or post, or online deliveries, online order, correct? Then you can have partnership with the different channels. Logistics company, you can have partnership with logistic companies to deliver the product. Okay, so there are number of options, and you have to choose the proper option depending upon the nature of the product, depending upon the value proposition you are about to propose, and depending upon the target of your customer, you have to choose the channel. So these are examples for channels. Now, the fourth one is customer relationship. Relationship with the customers. Even though you have identified their targeted customers and you have sold your product, then what is required is you have to maintain that relationship for a long period of time. There should not be break in the purchase of customers. If there is break in one-time purchase, then we cannot get success. So we should create a close relationship with the customers. This is also very, very, very important mantra. You should concentrate more on it. Okay. So first, you have created awareness, interest, consideration, purchase has been done. Then what you have to do is you have to keep the customers. When they have purchased, you have to keep the customers. For that, what you can do is you can conduct various loyalty programs in trade shows or some other shows. You can prove your loyalty. Then product updates. So depending upon the technological growth, you have to make some updates in your products. You have to update yourself with the new technology and the competitors' products. Then customer satisfaction survey. You have to conduct a survey among the customers and ask the grievances of the product, and you have to try to settle the grievances and win the satisfaction of the customers. Okay. So you can go for survey, or you can make customer check-in calls. That is, as I told you, you can appoint consultants, and the consultants will call the customers on behalf of you and survey about the product, and they will tell you how satisfied the customers are. Then you offer some membership benefits. I'll explain you what is membership benefits. I'll give you example. Okay, so you get inform the product to customers. Then you try to keep the customers by conducting loyalty programs, product updates, customer satisfactions, and telecalling, etc., etc. Apart from that, what is also required is growth. You have to concentrate more on the growth of the products. For that, you can go for unbundling, upselling, cross-selling, and referrals. Okay, so what is the unbundling? You may offer bundle of service. Now what you can do is you can break the service into small units. For example, if you are running hospital, there are a number of departments. Okay, so break each department into different sections. Or, for example, education institution. You may have arts college, engineering college, and other polytechnics and other skill development institutions may be with you. Then you unbundle the product. That is, engineering college is a sole authority. Give authority in one hand and let them function and let them concentrate more on the development of the engineering college. Like that, to unbundle the product. Okay, that is one of the strategy. Then upsell. Upsell means what? Can you give example? If you are offering related product along with that particular product, then that is upselling. For example, pencil with eraser at the reverse side. That's an example for upselling. So you are having eraser also with this pen or pencil. Now another creativity pen, and then the reverse side, that is whitener, erasing ink. Okay, so you are making extra feature in the product, that is upselling. Cross selling. Cross selling, for example, if you are manufacturing bread, you can manufacture jam also. So while you are selling selling bread, in addition to that, you can inform the customers that uh, jam is also available. So you can sell both the products. Okay. Then reference. You have to tie up with number of related companies, so that once customers enter into that company, they will recommend your product also. This is happening everywhere nowadays. Then, because of want of time, I am moving a little bit fast. So you have to choose media, whether it is website or press or customer reviews, or if you are going for paid media, whether you are going for social media or banner ad, SOEs, all those things. See, I'll give you one more example for upselling the product, and yes, it can also be put for cross-selling also. Okay. So this is a research. Okay, this is a research. This research is giving advertisement in one side. In another side, they are giving free ads, free advertisements. How they are freely announce their products, announce about their result is, they will call the YouTube influencers. Okay, YouTube bloggers, they will invite. They are allowed to stay in their resort for 2-3 days without any cost. They don't want to pay for their stay at the resort. The thing is, they have to capture their resort and the neighboring places, tourist attractions near that resort. They have to capture all the things, and they have to showcase it in their YouTube channel. Okay, so that the YouTubers can enjoy in the resort, and they can visit that place at free of cost. And with that, the hotel is about to get more number of visitors. Correct? Then they are having membership card. This resort may have branches throughout the nation or throughout the world, whatever it is. So if you stay in any one of the resorts of our own, in any place, you can use this membership card and get the discounts. Okay, so that kind of membership card they are giving, so that whenever we go for some other place, again we are going to the same company, and we are giving that membership to our friends also. Like that, they can earn more number of customers. Then very cheapest sources, they ask the customers to give review for our products through online, mostly online. Okay, so they will try to make their review above 4. So automatically, they can attract more number of customers. Okay. So as I told, it is not easy to maintain a good relationship with customers. If you want to maintain a good relationship, then you have to think of something. What is the type of relationship you can have with the customers? What type of relationship? Whether it is emotional relationship, or it is just like that, just satisfying their wants, Okay. Then, how we can satisfy the emotion of the customers? Then we have to demonstrate our commitment towards the customers. We are ready to keep on your well-being. That should be communicated. Okay. For that, we have to learn the culture of the customers, language of the customer, their gender, then their accessibility, etc., etc. We have to learn and we have to train our marketers accordingly. Okay. Now we are entering into the next mantra, that is revenue stream. Revenue, that is very, very, very important. We have to make profits. We are getting money, generating money for our business. The purpose is to get more profit. So, you should be very cautious with the ways through which you are collecting money and ways through which you are spending the money. So, money inwards and money outwards, that should be given more concentration. We can generate more revenue with a single business. I'll give you example. See, this is a car workshop. They are doing maintenance service. One of the customer is approaching them for making oil change. Okay. Now, the car workshop changes the oil and charge cost for oil and service charges also they are charging. Okay. So with this, if their business is over, they are not entering into upselling or cross-selling. So in order to retain in the business for a long period of time, we have to give some additional benefits also. So what they have planned is they are having wheel alignment service separately. So once a customer enters for oil change, they will recommend the customers to go for wheel change, wheel alignment. Shall we check the wheel alignment? Yes, now the customer has said yes. Okay, there is a charge for wheel alignment. Okay. So extra revenue. Then air filter. Let us check your air filter. Then the filter is not up to the mark. Then change the filter. They will change the filter for that separate service charge. And now the car workshop is telling that your car is looking somewhat dirty. Shall I go for water wash of the car? And the customer is telling no. I'm very urgent. I have to reach that place late today. So I cannot do it now. Now, this workshop is offering. If you don't mind, I'll pick your car from your place on the day of your convenience and I'll wash and return it to your own place. Okay. Now the customer is happy. He's telling us he's getting another business, car workshop holder is getting another business. Then for pickup and drop, he will make a service charge. Okay. So like that, it's just an example. Like that, in your business, you have to decide what are the allied services I can offer and get more revenue. So revenues, maybe you can generate revenue by selling a product, by having by charging service charges. It may be in the form of subscription or usage. You can let some of your property for usage and you can collect rent out of it. Okay. So lending, renting, leasing, licensing. You have developed one product. You can give license to some other person to sell the product or manufacture the product, and you can sell the scrap also. So these are the revenues. Then after that, you have to identify the key activities of the business. See, in business you have to do number of activities, but you cannot enter into activities without any plan. What you have to do is, you have to find out the key activity. What is the important activity? For certain kind of business, there will be more number of customers. Customers are ready to buy the product, but the problem is availability of raw materials. So, availability of there is scarce resources. The resources is very scarce. So, what should be your key activity? Collecting the resources. So, you have to plan your business according to the key activity. Purchasing of raw material is the key activity. So, according to the preciousness of the raw material, you have to identify the supplier. You have to um, you have to work out how much quantity you can sell. Then according to the availability of raw material, you have to decide your production, how much unit I'm going to produce it. Then based on the production, you have to appoint employees to produce the product. Okay, so all your activities must be round about the key activities. So the key activities may be form registrations. Sometimes for certain type of companies, it is difficult for to register the company. Okay, so for registration, company name is required, logo is required, we should have a website and we should go for registration processes. And for certain type of business, we have to get license from the government. Then land requirement may be a problem for starting the industry. Then legal approvals may be another problem. Okay, then recruitment, productions, all these are different activities in which you have to concentrate, but all these activities must revolve around the key activity. Okay, so you have to identify how well you can carry out your activities, how your competitors are managing the activities. So, if you are manufacturing a product, the raw material of that product is firstly available, then you have to identify how your competitors are getting that product, getting that resources. Okay, then you are undertaking number of activities. Right? Sometimes your key activity may give opportunity to your competitor. That means you have wrongly chosen your key activity. So because of wrongly choosing the key activity, the competitors are getting more benefit. For example, the purchase of the resources, purchase of raw material. You have wrongly identified one of the supplier. Okay, that supplier is giving you uh, duplicates, and your competitors have identified the right kind of supplier. Correct? So they are getting good quality of products. If you have chosen that supplier already, that supplier might have supplied you. The competitor won't get such kind of quality product. Right? So you are giving avenue for your competitors to choose the best activity. That should be kept in mind. Then you don't want to do all the activities by yourself. There may be some ancillary activities or sub activities that can be given for others, that is outsourcing, like BPO. Correct? You can outsource some of your activities and you can concentrate only on the key activities. Then after identifying the key activity, key resources. So even though the activities are very important for the success of the business, but the activities are to be done by the executors of the activities, human resources. So what are the key resources you should keep in mind? Okay. Example, the resources may be physical resources, intellectual resources, human resources, financial resources. So physical resources in the sense you are building machines, vehicles, your distribution network, your stock options, all these things. Intellectual in the sense patent, branding, etc. Human resources, how you are about to recruit the resources for the human resources for the business. So the source of recruitment, that is highly important. And financial requirements, cash, how much you are about to invest in the form of cash, how much you are about to borrow from funding agencies. Okay, so that should be decided. So among all, I say that human resources is the most wanted resources and most key resources, because if you have identified a right person for getting finance for the business, they will bring more finance for the business. If you have identified a right person with research capabilities, they will produce a new product and you can go for a patent. And if you have identified a best human resource to buy this buildings or vehicles, machines, whatever be the resources, then they will purchase the best for you and you can make more profit. Okay? So among the resources, give more important to human resources. Okay. Now the key resources must support your value proposition. While identifying the key resources, you should be very careful how far these key resources can support your value proposition. Okay, and do you have any advantage compared to your competitor in terms of the resources? That should be identified by you. Okay, then the next one that is record is key partners. See, we can run the business with the employees up to certain limits. Beyond that, if you are going for expansion, you require more finance and you have to make some partnership with either other financier or other company which is manufacturing ancillary products of you. Okay, so you have to go for a key partner. You can have tie-up with another company, merger of companies. Where banks are getting mergers. What's the purpose? To increase their asset base. The main purpose is to increase the asset base. So if the asset base of a bank is high, automatically that can attract investment from outside other countries. If you want to get more funds from other countries, there should be a strong asset base in a bank. Okay, so that is the reason behind the merger of banks nowadays in India. Okay, so like that you may go for merger or joint venture or partnership form, or you can convert your company, your business into company, so that you can get resources from shareholders, that is general public. Correct? So you have to identify your key partner. You can have a network of suppliers and partners. You can have a tie-up with partner. You can have an agreement with the partner that the supplier as your partner. So he has to supply according to your own requirement, tailor-made of products. So your supplier has to made the raw materials according to your taste. Okay. So non-competitors, along with non-competitors, you can have a tie-up. For example, for Adayar Ananda Bhavan, the competitor may be some other hotel. Correct? Yes, Arya Nivas may be the competitor, but what they are doing, they are tie-up with petrol bus, non-competitor. Hotel, its non-competitor is petrol bus, they are having tie-up. Then strategic partnership between competitors, and it's happening now. The competitors are joining together. Okay, partnership with the competitors. They join together and they run the business and they are getting more profits. Then joint venture business, I already told you. Then you can have more advisors, mentors, coaches, teachers along with you to teach the business practices and the economy in the world. Okay, so what's the purpose of this partnership? So that you can manage your time, you can broaden your product offerings, you can enter into a new market, you can aim for long-term stability of the business, and you can increase your reputation and credibility in the market. Okay, so this is one of the merger. Maruti aligned with Suzuki, and they have captured the new market in India, and they are playing well. Then cost structure. Cost structure. So you have to concentrate more on your cost. The cost can be classified into fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost in the sense that cost will be fixed for whatever be the volume of production. Whether you are producing 10 units, you are producing 0 units, you are producing 1000 units, 10,000 units, this cost will remain constant. For example, we can say that rent of a factory building. So if you are producing 0 outlet, you have to pay rent. If you are producing 10 units, you have to give rent of 1000 rupees. Just for example, I am telling. And if you are producing 1 lakh units within that factory and you are just giving 1000 rupees as rent. So it remains constant. Fixed expenses remains constant. Whereas variable expenses, variable cost, it will vary according to the volume of production. Okay, so if you are purchasing bulk, you can get a quantum of discount. It will vary according to the unit of production. So you have to concentrate more on your variable cost. You can fix the cost equal to variable cost or sometimes just below the variable cost too. Because the fixed, if you are selling more number of units, then that a fixed cost will become negligible and you can get profit. That's what most of the companies are doing now. For want of time, I don't want to concentrate more on this cost elements. If your institution permit, I can slowly conduct a session for explaining the cost elements. Okay, so as of now, you just keep in mind there are two types of cost, fixed cost and variable cost. And fixed cost will be constant, variable cost will vary according to the volume of production. So you have to concentrate more on the variable cost. It is flexible, you have to concentrate more and you have to make every effort to control the variable cost. Okay, so you have to identify what are the most important costs. Okay, what resources is more expensive and what resources is adding more value to the product. Value this is cost. Okay, then okay, so you have to identify which key activity is the most expensive activity. So you have to concentrate more on the more expensive activities. For example, sometimes the storing of raw material may be a big problem. Storing of raw material. If we store more quantity of raw material, that may get evaporated or decayed within a short period of time. So what you have to do, you have to make arrangement for AC facilities or some other facilities. Okay, so that may require more expensive. Then how can we generate? How can we manage that? Okay, so more concentration should be given on the key activities. So you can manage the cost by outsourcing, and that is least important activities can be given to other sector. Outsource can be outsourced. You can have partnership, licensing, and franchising can be done. Okay, so these are the 9 mantras. Okay, so these 9 mantras are given by that Switzerland entrepreneur in the form of business model canvas. So once again, I repeat you, the customer segment is the most important. Once you have identified the customer segment, you have to maintain good relationship with the customers. If you want to maintain good relationship with the customers, you should set a value proposition in your mind for your product. You should educate value for your product and you have to identify key activity of your business. What is the important activity? Then in order to perform these key activities, who are the partners available with you and what is the key resources for doing this operations can be
Sorry, ma'am, I am
identified.
interrupting you because we have one more program from 12:30 onwards. So please
Okay, sir.
conclude this within 5 minutes, ma'am,
Okay, sir.
if
Just 2
possible.
minutes is enough. 2 minutes is enough, sir.
Okay,
Thank you
okay,
so much.
okay, please, ma'am.
Okay. So, customer segment, relationship, value proposition, key activities, key partners, key resources. If all these things are identified along with channels, what you have to concentrate is you have to concentrate on cost structure and revenue stream. So, with this, I'm about to conclude. And before concluding, I want to tell you one thing that this BMC is also dynamic in nature. Don't think these 9 mantras are enough. Once we have identified these 9 mantras, it is enough for a long success, prolonged success. Yes, it is enough, but what you have to do is you have to update it. Update the 9 streams. Update day by day you have to update. For example, you have chosen customer with the age group of 20 to 30, female customer 20 to 30, okay, living in towns. Okay, you have chosen that as your customer. But this cannot be true for a long period of time because now India is concentrating more on developing rural areas. There are number of towns which are emerging as urban cities. Okay, so near future you may have to change the customer base. Okay, so it should be constantly reviewed and updated, and you have to share this with the expert team. They will give you, guide you, and understanding this BMS better. Okay, so once again, I thank you all for the opportunity given, especially the IIC cell, because that IIC cell is responsible for making innovative culture in India. They are operating very well. They are also helping us to transform the innovative ideas into a prototype. So I appreciate and congratulate the management for having IIC cell in their institution and keep on encouraging the budding entrepreneurs. Thank you. And if you are having any doubt, you can ask me. I have already given my mail ID and phone number in the chat box. You can contact me in person also. Once again, thank you.
Right, ma'am.
I have done, sir.
Right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now, Gunjan, please continue.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to request HOD-MC Professor Shilish Kumar Sharma, sir, to present a piece of memento to our guest speaker.
Yes, please present the memento. Thank you very much for this wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Gunjan, continue, please.
Now, I would like to request Mohammad Salman Siddiqui, sir, for vote of thanks.
Thank you, Gunjan. So it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks for this event. Firstly, I thankful to Dr. S. Sivakami ma'am for sharing their valuable thoughts on business model canvas. It's really helpful to our students in terms of customer relations, revenue types, and cost structures, and etc. Thanks to our honorable director, sir, Dr. Dhiraj Gupta, sir, for overall support in absence, and Dr. Shailesh Kumar Sharma, HOD MCA, and Dr. Vijay Shukla, HOD CSE, and Dr. Anuranjan Misra, sir, Dean Research and Development, for overall support in planning and execution of this event. At last, I extend my special thanks to student Ms. Gunjan and all the members of TechM Club and also all the students' participations. Thank you all.
Good, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, ma'am. Now you can quit.
Thank you all for your participation. You can leave the meeting now.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
please.
you. Sir, we can end the meeting?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. Okay, sir. फोटो क्लिक कर लिए थे मेरे बोलते में